Did you know that Miriam was a cheerleader when she was young? Or that Connor used to be a jock? Well, today I'm gonna show you all Disventure Camp characters before Disventure Camp. Number 1. Allie's personality is basically defined by her passion for gaming. But when did it start? And why? Well, she took that passion from her grandfather when she was little. Yet, Ordarts, a designer who works with the creators of both Disventure Camp and Reality Resort, created a photo of young Allie alongside her grandfather on a Christmas morning. However, this design of her grandfather was actually changed. We can see the new design in a picture from Allie's room during a stream, but we can't really see any details. We can, however, see his new design very clearly in this one. Ordarts also posted a picture that revealed a little older version of Allie from school. It is revealed in one of the comments that she went to a private school. Later on, when she was older, she uploaded a bunny cosplay photo on the internet to gain some fame. She also made a group of children cry because they were using hacks in an online game. Seems like she really had a good time. But everything changed for Allie when her grandfather got sick with lung cancer and passed away. That put Allie into a state of depression, and that was also the reason why she joined the show. She hoped that the competition would make her feel better. Number 2. Tess had a messy life before entering the show. We know that she's an orphan and that she really struggled with depression. In the show, it is revealed that she made her psychologist go to another psychologist. What? This psychologist can actually be seen in the webtoon series Stories of Disventure Camp. Here we find out two important things. First, before the show, she put herself through some self-harm. And second, her psychologist was actually the one who encouraged her to apply for Disventure Camp Season 2. Number 3. Tom had a rough childhood. He had to move around a lot because of his father, who, according to his childhood memories, repeatedly abused him.
I won't let you lay another hand on him! Get out! Mom!
That harsh lifestyle prepared him to become a spy. But what really made him take the decision to become one? A comic book? When Tom was little, he enjoyed reading a comic book about a ninja spy. If you look closely, you can see that the spy looks very similar to Tom's beta design. According to a greeting, his parents were the first one to find out he was gay.
Then I realized who I was really thirsting for. Kind of embarrassing that my parents found out before I did.
But although Tom went through a lot, his mother was always there to make him happy. In another personalized greeting, Tom revealed that his favorite childhood memory was going skating with his mother. Number 4. Marcus and Nina have a very strange background. In 1998, Marcus had to leave his daughter Nina Reiner and his wife Vanessa Reiner behind while he was serving in the military. But while he was gone, something tragic happened. In July 2000, his wife ended up burning her house down due to her chronic mental health issues. Both Vanessa and Nina sadly died in this accident. After this, he started to look for ordinary girl dolls in order to fulfill the promise he had made to his daughter to get her one. According to Nina, the moment Marcus found her is the exact moment when she came to life.
I only came alive after this idiot woke me up.
Number 5. Miriam's life story is just crazy. It all started when she was little.
Back in grade school, I was a part of our school rowing team.
Then, in high school, she really leveled up her game. She took water polo, lacrosse, cheerleading, and debate classes. She even learned a little bit of knife throwing, and she won gold at the Junior Summer Olympics at her high school. But this passion for sports didn't start from her ambition as many of us would think. It was actually revealed by her that she was doing that just to get her mind away from her personal problems.
When I was younger, sports helped me get away from my issues at home.
But despite her problems, Miriam seemed to have remained a pretty positive person. Ordarts revealed a photo that shows how happy she was back in the day, and she got even happier when she met her husband Jensen. Together, they had a son called Kurt. We can see both of them in this picture that was sent to Miriam during Season 1. However, fate hit Miriam one more time. Apparently, a drunk driver caused an accident that took away both her son and her husband. That put Miriam into a state of deep depression that lasted until the show. Here, she met Tom and Jake, who now are her new family. Number 6. Oliver spends a lot of his time working for the McLean family. Besides being an intern in both seasons 1 and 2 of Disventure Camp, he also worked with Crystal's father on his show, Race to the Place. In Season 2, he talks about his experience working with Christoph McLean.
Day after day of yelling and abuse, no chance to take a break and only one trip to the bathroom. A low salary and multiple injuries trying those crazy challenges.
Number 7. Crystal spent her entire life wishing for one thing: to get her father's attention. It all started when she was little, and she sent her first audition tape to co-host the show Race to the Place. During her childhood, her father, Christoph McLean, focused a lot on his work and made her feel neglected, but she didn't give up. Before each season, she kept sending audition tapes to the producers of the show, asking them to let her be a co-host. Yet, besides sending these audition tapes, Crystal really did everything she could to become a great host. In middle school, she hosted a spelling bee contest. Later on in high school, she got the chance to host all the rugby matchups. After finishing high school, she started from scratch and got an internship at her father's company. With all the connections made, she eventually got her first chance with Disventure Camp. Number 8. Connor had a very good life. Growing up, Connor was part of a very rich family who owned a perfume company. The name of the company was never officially mentioned during the show. Yet, Ordarts made public an image that shows Rhea marketing Connor's company. Here, it's revealed that his perfume company is actually called Passion of the Red Lady. Ordarts also revealed another photo that shows what Connor looked like during college. He looks exactly like that stereotypical 30-year-old actor Netflix casts to play a high school jock. He seemed to have fun in his youth, especially because he came to Disventure Camp only to relive that feeling of being young again. Number 9. From what I can tell, Rosa had a pretty normal life until she was 16 years old. As revealed in the webtoon series, one night at a party, she got so drunk that she left her boyfriend, I can assume, for another guy. The problem is that after they hooked up, she got pregnant, not even knowing the identity of the guy she was with. When she talked to her parents about the situation, they burst into rage and forced her to take care of her child on her own. She went through a horrible period, and as revealed in the story, she even considered ending the pregnancy. But one simple encouragement from the horoscope lifted up her mood and gave her hope. That's why she became so obsessed with the Libra symbol. Number 10. Derek and Trevor seemed like the perfect duo during the show, but at first, they hated each other's guts. Derek majored in creating producing, while Trevor majored in theater. You see, Derek was actually the one who came up with the idea for Disventure Camp, but there was a crucial difference in the original draft. He wanted to host it with one of his buddies called Moose. However, after they presented their audition, their professor decided that Derek was not good enough for the show, so he cast another co-host, who happened to be Trevor. Yet, when the official producers showed up, Moose had a panic attack because of his anxiety. So Derek stepped up, saved the presentation, and eventually got the job as a co-host. Number 11. Jensen had a pretty rough life. His mother abandoned him when he was a kid. The only person who looked after him was his sister, Natasha. She worked in an animal shelter. During that time, Jensen was just an innocent kid. However, one moment changed everything. A tragic incident led up to Natasha's death. After his sister passed away, Jensen pretty much had to survive on his own. That led him to a path of crime. Between his jobs as a criminal, he even stole some of Connor's limited edition perfume samples for a client. Connor never found out who stole those items. Number 12. Jake basically lived a double life before Disventure Camp. In one personalized reading, Jake revealed that he had a perfect boyfriend for years. But then, this happened.
My ex was the perfect boyfriend for years, and he had to ruin it all one night with one mistake.
Since his parents found out about his sexuality only after season 1 aired, Jake must have kept his relationship secret. Number 13. Yule's life before the show was full of crazy events. When he was young, he and his family escaped from North Korea and went to South Korea. He didn't initially want to become a dancer, but after gaining fame, he decided to stick with it. Yes, before entering the competition, he did some bad stuff, like forcing his ex to get plastic surgery and dumping her after that, or pushing an old lady down an escalator. Those actions eventually caught up with him, so he joined the show to restore his public image. Number 14. Will's childhood marked his personality. Before Disventure Camp, Will lived in Chicago. Yet, in one greeting, he revealed that he grew up in a pretty sketchy neighborhood where he tended to confuse gunshots with fireworks. Those events were the ones that made him develop nervous tendencies. Number 15. Maggie went through a lot of bullying growing up. Yet the reason behind her bullying is pretty unusual.
I was bullied in high school a lot, especially after putting a few boys in the hospital.
Number 16. In his youth, Richard was a basketball coach. Now that he's retired, he's joining the show to mentor the members of his team. I think his initial name, Bob, was more fit for his character. Unfortunately, this idea was scrapped, but who knows how many other good ideas the creators scrapped along the way. Fortunately for you, I know a video that can answer that question. Take care and see you next time.